Hello everyone, I hope we have very good audio. I am Elohim. I just made a pretty cool candle, just that, and I wanted to share it. So I was sharing some pictures. This is the most random video ever. I'm just happy because the candle did very well. I have been trying to make different candles ultimately with different soy wax, beeswax, and other different elements. Usually I work with this for my customers, for my clients. I use 70 candles. The problem is from some years ago I noticed that these candles are being made like practically with crap. You can see the lack of quality in the candles ultimately. This one looks kind of cool right now because I put some oil in it and I let it, because I like to prepare my candles from days before. I put some oils and I leave them in the crystal marinating for days in their own energy before to light the candle, before to use it for something. But you can see the details. They are like, you see, this is, what is this hole here and all of these lines, and you see it's not the same quality, and I have been buying for the last month from different stores and botanicals, and all of them has been the same situation. It's not their fault, it's because the factory is doing this and they just resell to you. It's not their fault at all. But also with the tariff and everything happening, probably the quality will came even worse. So I have been focusing more in doing my own work at home. Like, I always prepare my own incense. I swear when I buy incense. But with candles, I always trust to buy candles from someone else, and I prepare the candle for my customer. Now I'm preparing my own candles because I'm not gonna do this for a client of mine. So I try to make my own, and I try to make bigger candles. In Venezuela, these candles are bigger. They are so big that when you fill them in the crystal, which is the same size, I think, it's like harder to do this. But here they are like very loose inside. So I really like this size. You see me like drowsy because I really have allergies, and I took my medicine, and for the last half hour I have been like, you know, that I just fall over and over. I really like this texture of the candle. I like this size, this form. I think I really like it because if it's a thick candle, you can trust that for practical reasons you can draw more stuff around the candle. You can prepare more stuff around the candle. If you write or grab seals in your candle, wishes, spells, or something, you have much more space to work. You can add more oils, more stuff, and that kind of things. So I really like this this size for the candles, and I was trying to do something like this. So I use one of these as the base. So first I use a base in ceramic, and then I pass that to plastiline. I don't know how to say plastiline in English. I think it's plastiline, I'm not sure. So I take one of these that I use it. I pour the candle inside, and I create all the design that you can see here. I hope that you can see the details. This have like days, so it's not looking so good as was originally, but this was like the model. The first thing that I did was I draw concepts of the different symbols that I wanted to apply, all in this agenda for pages and pages. Are things that I can show you, what I was deciding, what kind of model of candle I wanted to do, how many, how thick, how high, how big, which colors, which oils, which form, which symbols, everything from inside out. So I was drawing this for weeks. Then this was like the finished work, and then I translate this to the candle, which was a different work. Different seasons for different situations, because this candle especially is for protection. It's not something that I'm looking to sell, it's just something that I was doing for me. I always have made personalized candles for customers, but never something so elaborate. So I use this as the base because I wanted the candle be this thick. And I draw all the symbols, all the sigils, my personal firm that I always put in my symbols, all my stuff here. I draw a lot of stuff and I draw the entire spell here. Then I pass this to the silicone mold that took me a total of 11 hours, I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, it was 11 hours in total. This is a silicone mold that I made at home. It's not the first time that I do a silicone mold because I usually do swaps. To do swaps, you have your own molds too, but I never did one for a candle. I was worried about the temperature of the chemicals and the wax inside, but it's not totally clean right now. Just like this space is a lot of stuff happening here, is everything everywhere. But you can see the symbols stay in there inside. I draw all of that, and this is the silicone mold. I made it tight enough to put one of these inside and take it out. And I really like it. Also, I like the material. I tried to make it in red, but it was too complicated, so it was just blue. So I made this, and I start making the candle. Let me put some incense. The reason why you don't see the cards around is because they are outside, because I was looking to make some incense today, so they can be here. And let me show you, just let me do this very fast, and I will show you the candles that I have. So this was a silicone mold. I don't remember where I put the ceramic mold, which was the original. I made this ceramic one, the glass one, the silicone one, and this is the finish used. So I mix the soy wax with some oils. I put honey star oil, chamomile oil, sandalwood oil, myrrh oil because I love myrrh, rose oil. The rose oil, you know, while more quality of the oil is like more expensive, so I just use like 6 drops in total, or maybe 7. I think that was 6. And I smashed some plants very hard to the point that they were just dust of flowers, and I blend all of that inside this mold, and this was the result of the candle. You see, it stick have a good size for me to work because I have really big hands, so I like to have something like this to work. This line here is the line that I did with different plants and herbs because I put a base of the soy blended with the oils. It's still being very oily. See, my hands is like very shiny because I put a lot of oils in the blend. Then I wanted to do like, which is the word, a fold, no, I wanted to do like a carpet of flowers. So I use different dry flowers like chamomile. I use a bit of yarrow, and I use some flowers, make dust, very powdered. That's why it look like yellowish. And then when this was dry, I put the rest of the solution here. You see, we have arrows to make the energy flow in the right direction that we are looking for. We made these stars. You know how I made these stars? I use anise star. I take literally the anise and I put it in the silicone mold. Saturn and Capricorn are my signs. I put in the back here below. I put my typical pentagram, but also I put the symbols of my solar and lunar sign and my ascendant. I put all of that in there, like make it very personalized. And I put some sigils that are very important for me, and I'm gonna light it now. First, the incense. I'm very oily now. Oh, it smells so good. Let us use, for celebration of this, We don't know if this will light, but let us imagine, visualize that gonna go well. Let me use some bit of. I just packed all my herbs. That's the reason why everything looks like a disaster here. Honeysuckle for the incense. This will smell very nice. And if I could find some roses, no. Wolfberries, no. I don't like the smell of that. Chrysanthemum, no. Oh, roselle. Roselle is pretty good. Okay, we have some incense here. So we're gonna use some roselle, which is pretty cool. Wow, yes. That in there, that in there. This will smoke a lot. So we have my perfect base. Why I wanted to do this? Because I have many reasons. The first one, I was telling you about, I don't like this material. They are like very bad quality. And I don't think that I don't feel good asking a customer for money for my work when I am so proud of my work and I see that I'm using this kind of very bad materials. It's not good. Other reason is I always read my candles when they finish. Actually, I keep the glass sometimes for months. If I see that something is not running well with a customer, I need to check the glass. All the glasses have names of the different customers in one side, so I know I can recheck. Oh, this was the spell that I did 6 months ago, 9 months ago for this customer, and I can check. Oh, that long spell that I did 6 months ago that I have a little hole in there in the month of January. Let me sign here if you can see. Here where I put my finger, you can see this spot. Yeah, will be a love situation around the department of love in your life during the month of January. Then around March is some kind of compromise. It's some black silhouette in there, like 2 hands. I think that you will not be able to catch that in the camera. So here in the top, follow my finger. There, that black spot is 2 symbols, like trying to put hands, like trying to make a deal, but they don't synchronize very well. They are like trying, but they don't fit with each other. So it's like someone will be asking you to marry, and probably you will say yes, probably you will say no, but what I can tell you for sure will not happen. The compromise will be a thing, but the action, the commitment will not happen. And that literally happened with this customer. They just broke like 3 or 4 weeks ago, which was very sad because they have a very beautiful relationship, as you can see here. It was a lot of confidence, a lot of commitment, but they know we're in the same page at the same time. And because I like to read candles, for me it's complicated to use glass, because I like when my candles just turn out in the table and they spread everywhere, because you can have a very good reading. For example, this is from, wow, this candle is from 14 months ago from a different customer, and I love this because when I see this, when the candle finish and looks like this, I can actually have it in my hands and I can check every detail of their life. I can see what is happening in your sex life, why are you not having conversation about this situation with your partner, why you are struggling in this particular area, why you are not having so much intimacy from both sides, when clearly you are both attracted to each other, but you continue being so separate in the middle. You see, it's an emotional separation in there. It's like we want to be together, but we are not able to talk with each other, which is good if you have a partner for so many years. So even you can see still having some names uh, not names that you can decipher because they are wrote in a different language, but also have symbols and sigils that are still in there. So why the candle burn all for this side and not for this side? There is the magic telling you this will broke and this person will stand up, or this person will totally be emotionally broken. So I need to have this in my hands to make a good reading for each one of my customers. So I think that this will be my new thing now, because it's more like me, it's more organic, don't have a glass, I don't need to buy it in the botanic, I just need to order the soy and the wax and other materials in big quantities, and I can continue working in my house because I really love to do things with my hands. And I always do this to comparing things with magic that people find a bit weird. One is, I always say that spell work and spellcraft is like maths, it's like chemics. If you have a good formula, this will work. Don't care how many times you try, this should work because you have a formula. You know where is the sun right now, you know where is the moon right now, you know in which side of the sky. If I know the moon is in this side, I'm gonna try to put my altar in that direction. If I know that we have a solar eclipse, I'm not gonna do any spell work today. If I'm trying to do a communication spell, but Mercury retrograde, I know that will be some issues there, so let me try to find a better moment to do it, a better spot on time to do it. So when you have all the elements of the equation very well, the result should be very well. The second thing that I always compare is, and I do this example more when I am in person with people, because online people can take things out of context, but I always compare spellcraft with spellcraft. I always compare I told you that I took some medicines. I always compare spellcraft with sex. Some people just want to, oh, I just buy this, let me just light it up and this will work. No, you need to take the candle and do some work and put some oils and pray on this and touch it with your hands, make love to the candle, put some seals, put some symbols, write down, but don't be impatient. Don't say, oh, I just have 20 minutes to do this candle. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. You're wasting the candle. You ruin the spell instantly. You need to put time on this and dedication, and it's a lot of pre-work. And wait until the best moment when you feel that you are able to release that energy with your partner or partners. When you are in the middle of something and you see like, if I release now and we both or us let go the energy right now, this will be cool. But if we wait half hour more, 1 hour more, 2 hours more, all night until the morning, this will be an amazing experience. And I'd rather to do that with candle magic and with any other form of magic that I practice. I think that is better when you take the time to do things well. And so let us light up this very nice experiment. I am worried because I put so much oil, so I am worried that when I try to light it, this will not happen. If not, we just do it again. And if the second time don't work, we just try again. And if the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time don't work, we just continue trying, because life is messy and crazy like that. So okay, it's lighting up. In the past, I have made some candles that they never light up because some oil is in the stick or something in the wick, in the wick. Okay, it's lighting very well. It smells very nice, I can assure you that. It's no need to cast any spell because all the spell is literally right down in the candles, which is pretty cool. I like to do that because it's practical, but at the same time it's not like I'm rushing the spell, because I literally do the spell in the process of crafting the candle. It's something that I really love about magic, the ability that you can have the equation, that you can formulate the equation and make it longer and adapt it to your spell casting. Like, for example, if I know that I am not good for protection magic, I try to formulate a specific spell for myself. For example, I know that one of my sisters particularly is very good in divination, and I have another sister who is amazing on doing love magic. She's like this, everything results for her. but they both are not the best doing protection magic. They have issues in that area. And I think that is maybe because they grew up being the sisters in the middle, so they were like taking care of the children who are smaller than them, but also they were behind the protection of the older sisters. They were in the middle, so they never feel like I am taking full responsibility of this, but also they feel like I need to take this other responsibility, but not full at all. It's messy, and you will reflect that in your energy and in your spell work. Okay, it's lighting up very well. My little Frankenstein, I love you. You are a pretty cool candle. You are an amazing candle. I really love how this eye result to be here, because I did it with a pen, which is here for some around. I should use a needle, but because I like to draw a lot in paper, I was thinking, I'm gonna do it with a pen because that will be easier in the mold. And I drew it with a pen, and I was not sure how it would result, because I made it in ceramic. The ceramic from ceramic I passed it to plastilene, from there to silicone, and from the silicone to here. So the mold during time these symbols pass for so many different materials that they could be lost, like in the translation of the time. But that didn't happen. This works very well, actually. Okay, this is working. So now I can put this here. Wow, it's really oily. And when it's finished, I'm gonna put a clock to see how many hours this take to finish, so I can be sure, this take 6 hours to burn entirely, this take 12 hours, this take 4 hours, this takes half hour. Depending on that, I can decide if this next one I'll do it with 2 weeks instead of just one, because that was my initial plan. But because I was thinking it's too thick, so maybe I should put 2 weeks. But then I decided if I put 2 weeks, will burn for both sides and will be like a messy in the middle, and the candle will not finish very well. But I think this is gonna work. I will keep you with the results when I have them. I'm gonna put a clock to see how long this takes, because I'm free today, so I can just check on this every half hour. And this is our candle. Beautiful, made with love. Okay, bye. Stay well, stay safe, stay kind, be wild, be yourself, be nice with yourself. Bye. Mwah.